Welcome to this week's video board. Isn't it all about context? We all know that certain things said in one place can be completely appropriate, on the point, and in other places, the same words, the same sentence could be completely inappropriate. What's fascinating is that when you read the Torah, you need to read the Torah in context too. And when we begin this week's Parshat of Mishpatim, it comes in context too. In fact, the last image that we're left with as we move into Parshat Mishpatim, at the end of Parshat Israel, is in a very unusual mitzvah. And that is, don't ascend the Mizbeach using steps. There needs to be a ramp. The Torah explains that this is because when using steps, you automatically need to take big steps. And it reveals your nakedness as you step up towards the Mizbeach. It needs to be in a more calm demeanor as you walk up a ramp. As the Torah says, the imagery of the Kohen walking slowly up the ramp to the Mizbeach. What the Midrash, followed by the later Mefarshim, explain is that essentially, when one approaches the Mizbeach, when one approaches ritual service of God, it needs to be slowly. It needs to be thought out. It can't be rash. It can't be with arrogance. And what's so fascinating is that is the context of this week's Parsha. Ve'elei Mishpatim. And these are the laws. As we leave the ritual service of God in the temple and we move to the courts, we move to the Mishpatim, the laws, we know that has to be with the same regard, with the same attitude, with the same careful attitude as you approach. Quietly and carefully, humbly. And that's perhaps why it is in the Mikdash itself that the two were put right next to each other. We know that the Sanhedrin HaGadol, the greatest court in Israel of 71 elders, was in the Lishka HaGazis, which is a room right next to the Mizbeach, because the two always remain together. The ritual practice to God and our attitude as we approach that, and the way we approach our social justice system together with humility. Have a great Shabbos.